you how I use raised letters to automatically generate a story babble from my manuscript. So my editor of choice is Scrivener, and so you can see I've been working on my novel in Scrivener. And so what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and compile this. And raised letters can read both docx and PDF. However, for best results, I recommend using docx. It does a better job at preserving all of your formatting. So in my case, I've already got my compile settings set up, so I'll compile it. Let's make it 5.3, so it's completely fresh manuscript. And that'll just take a little bit of time to compile. And okay, there we go. So it's compiled, and then I'm going to go into raised letters, and then what I'll do is I'm going to go upload manuscript, choose file, Horizons 5.3. You can see this is the one we just generated, and I'm going to upload it. And then right away, what it's going to do is it's going to start doing a few things. It's going to start splitting the chapters, extracting summaries of each chapter, building a style guide, a world Bible, and mapping your characters out. Okay, and there you have it. So I've uploaded a manuscript, and here you can see my manuscript is all available here. Each chapter has been split out into its own thing. You can reorder them if you want. So I just moved that one to there. Actually, I don't want to do that. I'll put it back. If you click into here, you'll see the full text of your chapter. There's a few things that I generated. The first thing I generated is a style guide. The style guide is essentially, a guide that raised letters will use to help guide you through your editing process, and do it in a way that is going to be kind of respectful of your voice, your style, your characteristics, etc. And so this is actually a really important aspect of raised letters, is that it's not just a generic, kind of like off-the-shelf LLM. It's really designed from the ground up for authors in mind. And of course, the style guide is one important aspect to that. Another important aspect to that is your story Bible. The story Bible consists of a few main elements. So it consists of your world Bible. The world Bible is, your main characters, your, kind of like supporting characters, locations, world rules and lore, factions. Now, of course, this doesn't need to be something from your manuscript. You can, if you already have one that you've created, you can just upload this yourself. But the one kind of beautiful thing about using raised letters is, I think a lot of us have, created a world Bible at some point. It becomes this stale file in our Google Drives. And the beautiful thing about this is, as you're working on your manuscript, you can always regenerate your world Bible, so that way your world Bible can always be fresh. And this is also important because, remember, the whole point of raised letters is, as you're writing or as you're trying to edit, you want suggestions or help from your editor that, you want your editor to actually have read your book, right? You want it to understand your world. You want it to understand the way you like to write or the style you're trying to go for, and it can give you feedback on how to achieve what you're looking to achieve. And so this is one of those, one of those elements that's important to have. The second thing is we generate all your characters. So this is basically, again, same thing. Raised letters reads through your entire manuscript. It pulls out all the characters. It maps them to all of the chapters that they're in, and also the relationships that they have. And then the final thing that we generate is the timeline. And so the timeline is basically a mood map of your manuscript, and so we have like moods from dark to defiant, chaotic, bittersweet, triumphant, reflective, melancholy. So we have like all these various moods, and then this gives you a nice way to just quickly visually understand the kind of mood, the flow, the moods of your manuscript, right? To see if, like, me, like, for example, like, oh, am I kind of, do I have like do I have like too many intense chapters right in a row, or do I have too many melancholy chapters right in a row, etc. Or also, like, hey, if I'm towards the end of the book and I'm coming up to my kind of having a lot, like, all the threads are being pulled together. It's just like this kind of building up of intensity and finally a triumph. Is that actually what's reflected in the mood map? And so that's kind of a nice thing. You can always click into these and see a brief summary of your chapter, the key beats, characters that are in them, location, and a summary. And if you don't like this summary, because remember this is all automatically generated. If you want to make some updates, you can go in here into edit summary. Here you can change the summary. You can select a different tone if you don't think the tone that was automatically picked for it is correct, or you can go into characters, location, key beats, etc. So that's it. Yeah, that's how you can use raised letters to automatically generate a story Bible for your manuscript.